Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Esper Control. So the way I wanted to play this Esper Control deck is a little bit wonky because we're reaching towards the end of the current standard rotation. I just want to try out some wonker decks. Bonker decks? But wonky? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. The point is, I'm trying to play a very weird deck which is filled with 2-offs. There's so many cards in the current rotation that a lot of the cards can double up. And you don't have to run 4-offs for consistency when you're trying to have fun. So there's a bunch of 2-offs in this deck. The only 4-offs that we do have in this deck are our land base. And even those, we can kind of finagle around if you want. I have slow lands here. I can have 2 of each of the fast and slow lands. I have fast lands here. I can have 2 of each of the fast and then the man lands. So those are all going to work, right? There's a lot of dual color lands that we can fit into this deck for Esper Control. And Esper Control is sick. Now, one thing I hate about what everyone plays in terms of any form of blue level control deck is Jace. I don't want Jace Perfected Mind in all of my decks. It makes it one way to play the game out, and it's not fun, right? You can have that in one of the decks, right? You want to mill someone out, that's fair. But if every one of your deck is just milling your opponent down to 0, that's not that different from playing Mono Red, and it's just not fun. So instead, what I wanted to try out is the Jace Reawaken comboed with Intimidation Campaign and a bunch of mana rocks. So the idea is that we plot using the Jace +2 or +1 ability, the second +1 ability, and then we can plot one of these cards for mana ramping, or we can plot Intimidation Campaign repeatedly to keep getting value. Now, in order to get this value to keep going, there is a hidden card here that can help us do that. Honor Heirloom. This exiles target card from a graveyard along with being a mana rock, right? So we can exile an opponent card in the graveyard. That is a crime, which triggers Intimidation Campaign's second or the passive ability to get returned back to my hand. Then I use Jace plot and it just recycles back and forth, back and forth. That's the fun part about this deck that we might be able to pull off, but ultimately in today's metagame, when we're getting close to rotation, people stop caring. And that's kind of the problem that Wizards or Magic always had with rotation. When we get close to it, nobody tries to invent new decks. Everybody just plays aggro, and you will see in today's games, everyone is aggro. That's unfortunately the case. So everyone's playing Boros or Mono Red, and we have to tech against that very harshly with things like pest control, things like temporary lockdown. Now, to keep to the theme, I don't have 4 lockdowns in the deck. I have 2 lockdowns and 2 pest control. And I also don't have 4 No More Lies, and I don't have 2 Go for the Throw, right? It's really weird how I'm teching this deck, but I want it to be, a little bit of a more fun kind of mix. So let's talk about the whole deck list in the early game. These are not early game cards. Let's take them out of the way first. In the early game, let's say that's a 5-drop. We have just 2 cut downs. That's what we do turn 1, just cutting down our opponent's cards. That's all we can do. Going to turn 2, however, now we have to Get Lost, 2 Go for the Throw, and again, Jace is a 4-drop. So 2 Get Lost, 2 Go for the Throw, 2 No More Lies, and 2 Pest Control. So we're trying to get our board contained. Then we go to the 3 drops, and now we're really going to curve into some better cards. Temporary Lockdown wipes an entire board against Boros. Almost always. The Intimidation Campaign continuously gets us value while gaining us life. So we don't die to chip damage that easily. Fast burn still will get us, but chip damage, we can keep gaining life out of that. We have 1 Bandit's Hall, 1 Honor Heirloom, and 1 Celestis. Bandit's Hall gets us cards with the crime trigger. Honor Heirloom triggers the crime, and the Celestis is just the Celestis. It's just good because it helps us loot. Of course, I would like to have the green one, the cornucopia, but of course I don't have green, so that's kind of the problem with this. With Magic is running all the colors, you can't do that. All right, then on to the 4 drops. Now Jace, technically a 2-mana pip, but you can't play on turn 1 or turn 2. So actually turn 1, turn 2, or turn 3. So it's kind of a 4-drop in a way that it's a 4-mana play, or turn 4 play, right? Not a 4-mana play, but a turn 4 play. Jace Reawaken, though, combos with most of our deck. That's why he's in the deck. We also have 2 Emperor. Obviously running 4 would be good, but again, this keeps to the theme of the deck. There's 2 Wandering Emperors, 2 Devious Cover-Up to recycle our deck in case we need it, 2 Memory Deluge to get additional card draws or burst card draws if we need it. We have 3 steps ahead, 2 Sunfall, and 2 Deadly Cover-Up. 3 steps ahead technically can be a 3-mana counterspell, but that would be a very bad 3-mana counterspell. You want to play as a 5-mana so that you can draw 2 cards and discard a card, or play as a 6-mana so that you can copy your Bandit's Hall or Honor Heirloom and really get that trigger activation going. And then we have, of course, 2 Sunfalls to wipe the whole board, and 2 Deadly Cover-Up to not only wipe board, get into our opponent's deck. We have 2 Final Showdowns to wipe our opponent's board on our opponent's turn, and you get Boros with this. It's so satisfying. And then we have 1 Farewell. I'm not sure about the Farewell, but I don't have anything to mass remove enchantments or artifacts, so that's why Farewell is in a deck. That's something that you can cut if you feel like you don't face that kind of deck very often. Now, of course, the land base. Very control deck, a very control heavy deck, so we got to have 26 lands, even with the 3 mana rocks. 1 Eiganjo, 1 Playing, 1 Island, 1 Otawara, 1 Swamp, 1 Takenuma. Those are kind of the standard land shifts. Then for blue-white, we have 6 lands and 4 Deserted Beach, 2 Restless Anchorage. For black-white, we have 4 Concealed Courtyard and 2 Shatter Sanctum. And then for blue-black, we have 4 Shipwreck Marsh. Keep moving it. 4 Shipwreck Marsh and 2 Undercity Sewer. So for blue-whites, we're kind of slow, so we get slow lands. For black-white, we need to have removal early, so we get the fast lands, more of the fast lands. And for blue-black, since we're just kind of filling out the rest of the curve, some Surveil land to get us additional look at our top deck. Then, of course, 1 Field of Ruin in case our opponent has a lot of Mirrors going on, and 1 Mirrors in case our opponent has a lot of control or counter spells going on, and we want to push the tempo advantage. So that is the whole deck list. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Orc Ball. That's not how you spell orc, unless I'm wrong. Hey, we're gonna go first. Alright, we got black mana, white spells. Beautiful. Don't even have 2 blue for Memory Deluge, so I got a mulligan this hand, even though I go first. This is... Can I afford a mulligan going first? I guess so. Alright. These are sort of mana, but gotta put away cards. We'll keep 6. Keep 6 put away. Maybe I'll work my way up to a Sunfall, which means I put away the Takenuma. Alright, what is our opponent? Red. Oh, what a surprise. Kumano faces Kakuzu. I've never seen this card before. Alright, Concealed Courtyard time. What else you got? Mountain. Swiss Sphere. Yeah. Not even gonna kill this. Huh. That's sorcery, right? Yeah. I can wipe this board. Do I have temporary lockdown on this? I could pest control it. That wipes the board already. It's not that bad. I think I'm just gonna pest control this. Looks like he's got pumps or burns. Neither of those will matter here. Is Godric time? Plotting time. Alright. Swiss Sphere. Very annoying, but it is what it is. Do I Jace and just plot? Don't think he can kill Jace that easily. Plot the lockdown. Lockdown kills Jace. This will be fun. So Jace is kind of sacrificial at this point. Just kind of funny. Just can't let him draw cards, right? That's pretty much it. Some of my cards have value, but almost all of his cards have value. They chain, so gotta stop them from chaining. Alright, our opponent is gonna rope. Like the whole turn. And just end up attacking Jace for 1, probably. No, my face. My face can take a lot of damage. Little does he know. So you're just gonna lightning strike Jace? That would be funny. Because if he kills Jace, there's no downside to my own temporary lockdown. Alright, he thought about it. He decided not to do it. Now, I can keep ticking Jace up. I can also draw and discard a card. How useful is Sunfall here? It doesn't have a big board. I could just draw a dead card too, so... let's draw and see what I can draw. Okay, so... if it's one or the other. And I don't think it matters. Restless Anchorage is sort of card advantage in the long run. Like 20 turns from now, it will be a card advantage card. Drawing Mountain's good for me. He's definitely dead draw for him. Now he's attacking Jace. He's thought about it. Jace is too scary. Alright, so now, and this feels bad, right? If I draw and discard, I might have to discard Memory Deluge. But I'd probably just discard my other Sunfall. 5 mana sorcery speed removal against this deck. Not that useful, but Farewell is even less useful, so it can go. I'm not locking down a 1-2, and I think he knows that he's losing the value war. So here comes Slick Shot. Kumano faces Kakuzin. We'll let that go through, because it doesn't pump right now. Does damage to Jace as well. That's a fair card.
You both ruined my plans.
Just randomly deals damage to Planeswalkers. Alright. Of course, I can't let that happen, so... it goes. And then he quits. Good game. Now get out. Alright, our opponent is Triple L. That much of a loser? I mean, you said it, not me. Opponent goes first. Ooh. Somehow cheat the system. Alright. I got a Concealed Courtyard that can play cut downs. I think it's really all I need. I'm gonna cut you down. Alright, just another Boros deck. With tap lands, no less. You that bad of a player? Cut it down. Cut them all down. I do have another swamp, but do I need another swamp for no reason here? I don't think so. Deserted Beach. I still have a cut down open. Bunnycorn. Wow, this guy is such a big loser. He's showing a card from like 5,000 months ago. Just take them all out. I guess one at a time, but take them all out anyways. Still can't play Jace, so now we'll Bandit's Hall into a Sunfall next turn. Would you like to go wide, opponent? With your Boros go wide deck? Or would you like to not do anything? So I'm okay with that too, to be fair. We'll Jace, right? And he's really not doing anything. So we'll just Jace. He might have a burn for the Jace, which would be kind of unfortunate, but not the end of the world for me. There's a Helix. Alright, I already did the thing. So I have 2 blue, I have 2 white, and then I have 2 black. I don't need a specific colored mana here. He's gonna kill my Jace. But I still think I feel to ruin him.
One day.
He might not have the exact color he needs, and I get a crime, which is slightly important in the long run. What kind of basic lands do I have in the deck? Resolute Reinforcement. This helps me more than he knows. Maybe he has another card he wants. Nah, I doubt it. Not with whatever land he has left. So I have more white and more blue. I don't think either of these colors matter. It might. Let's find out. Of Of course, I'm only gonna draw land, so it's gonna be a while before any of this matter. Okay, I've played this long enough to know that I'm gonna get somehow Gleeful Demolition and lose my creature, so let's make this 3/3 right here. He's playing off 2 lands, so I don't know how far he's gonna get. Oh, there's a Novice Inspector, followed up by a Gleeful Demolition, I bet. No? Alright, well, here's a 3/3 creature for you. See, that's a land. Did we just start attacking? Can't really just hold back the block. Alright, our opponent's gonna think an hour whether or not he blocks. That was an hour. It was exactly 1 hour. We'll take action. Pest Control. Don't know if I want to cycle this. I also don't know if I want to cast this because it does kill my own 3/3. Voldare and Epicure. Alright, if he Gleefuls here, I can't. He's got 1 mountain. Also, if he could have Gleeful this turn, he could have Gleeful last turn, so I don't think he's gonna Gleeful Demolition. I also don't think he's gonna do much, so do we just spin? Let's attack first. Alright, let's spin it. Let's spin it to win it. Gain a life, we draw the card, discard a card. We'll end turn. We'll draw another card and discard another card. Get lost. Pretty useful. Ooh. Okay, I guess I can... Do I toss the Sunfall to keep the showdown? Probably. Sunfall is good for pushing the advantage, but he's got 2 lands, so I don't think there's much of an advantage that I need to push. To the top, huh? He wants that card. It's probably a land. Both attack? Cool. Yeah, it's unfortunate that my draws have been lackluster at best. But I gotta do it here. Am I going to target anything? Okay, first let me consider my draws. Deadly Cover-Up. There goes your board. Board wipe for days. Unfortunately, I can't target anything, so I don't get the second. There is a Gleeful Demolition. Why didn't he Gleeful Demolition his own creatures? I don't understand. Cool. Does not really slow me down too much. I lose 1 my mana. He loses 3 1/1s. There's a human, which means I can't counter. Recruiter time. I'm not sure if you wanted to do that there, but okay. Let's do it here. I can draw a card. That's a counter spell that I can't really use. Ooh, Jace. Is there a card I want to discard? There might be. Well, loot and find out, right? I don't want to discard any of these cards. They're so good. I guess 3 steps ahead is the best card, or Devious Cover-Up probably is the best card to discard here. Because I have 3 steps ahead, which counters and draws. Devious Cover-Up doesn't draw right now, and I have 2, so there's no really any point. Epicure. Gets this land. So we're turning this into a game, you're saying? Gleeful Demolition. Alright, what do I want to do here? Do I want to do anything here? No. Memory Deluge. That's pretty good. Do I draw and discard my Deluge? Do I have to? Is there a reason to? I can just not draw. Every card in my hand is good. Why would I want to filter this? Decline.
I've always.
Let's see if he wants a Gleeful Demolition and Recruiter me. Because it would be in for a rude surprise if he does that. Oh, it's 9 errand time? That's fine. I'm not as worried about the 9 errand this time. I can counter it, that's okay. What's great about him having a 9 errand out is now I get to deadly cover up the 9 errand. And then we'll say goodbye to Exodia. He does have a Recruiter, which is kind of annoying. I'm not sure if I want to deadly cover the 9 errand or the Recruiter. Okay, he's attacking, so let me Memory Deluge. Into a Memory Deluge and an Eiganjo. Probably. No More Lies is probably a dead card, right? Restless, on the other hand, can I Eiganjo right now? It protects a little bit, but I don't think that matters. I don't think it matters. I'll take the damage on my Jace. Okay, so now we Deadly Cover-Up. It does stop me from being able to play anything next turn, but that's fine. Let's exile some cards. We'll take out a Cut Down and a Sunfall. Probably useful cards, but right now I just want to take out this guy. Take out all of your Recruiters. And what else is in his deck? Just 9 errands and cases and bad cards. Cool. Good luck with that terrible deck of yours. Without the Recruiter, the whole deck is a dead deck. Just draw on this card. Concealed Courtyard. Okay. Is that not target? Not crime? Then search his owner. That's not a crime. Alright, fine. Unfortunately, it was not a crime. Look at that, he's gonna gain some life, and then the bat's gonna make a bad thing. I could plot Pest Control, but I think it's better to just loot, right? I could loot away the Pest Control. If I don't need it. Will I need it? I have a Final Showdown, so I think I'm okay. I also don't need a land. But I think Pest Control is probably the least useful card here. Since he's all in one card, I don't need that board wipe as much as I need the mana. You can do your thing. An all-out attack against Jace, you say? It'll be a shame if your Sanguine Evangelist doesn't even have a ability. Should have played his case first. Does it deal damage to anything else? Alright, you know what? I don't want to find out. So, all creatures lose all abilities. Destroy all creatures. There. Looks like your Evangelist and your Lunarch Veteran both can't come back. What a shame. Actually, no, that can still come back. It's from the graveyard ability. But that's fine. That is fine. If that's what you want to do. What you get to do. Exile a non-land card. Let's do that. Exile our Honor Heirloom. Takenuma. Now I can play the rest, or use the Restless Cottage to block, and then also use 3 steps ahead to counter whatever he plays. Yeah, he's out of this game. it would not make any sense to play Case first. Lightning Helix might. Okay.
You're becoming a problem.
Does he? I don't know what he's thinking. We big memory deluge or small memory deluge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm away from a big memory deluge, or both memory deluge, so I'm gonna go with the big one. Since I already have cards in my hand. So let's get a Wandering Emperor. Let's get another 3 steps ahead, and just get more and more ahead. And then go to my turn. Get a Farewell. Sure. Don't think I need the Farewell here.
I'll find what I need.
Oh, I already passed my combat phase. I wanted to attack with the Anchorage, and then I kind of thought against it, but I should have done it. So he's not going to do anything for a very long time. But Wandering Emperor will force him to do something.
Guards, to me.
Oh yeah. Emperors go wide.
Let your blade
Also,
do
Emperors go
its
burr.
work.
Why did I have Memory Deluge last turn? You never know. These kind of things are tricky. Good game. Now you can leave. Aaron gets 2 1-drops. Oh, whiff! I like the whiff. You can gain that life, but you can't kill my creatures. There you go. Bye bye. Alright, our opponent is Warrior with 3 dots. Okay. Does that mean you're a bad warrior? I don't know what those dots are for. We go first. We got campaign. But other than that, it's going to be a while. Do we keep this hand? Gutsy move. Let's see how it pans out. Mountain. Okay, I guess it doesn't pan out. It does not pan out at all. Jesus. Alright, let's play a Field of Ruin. Pretend like we have a card. I can make his creature lose ability. Make him lose a spree. Just gonna play with fire. To the top. Maybe he wants to plot this turn. Oh yeah. Okay, he plotted. So now what? Just take a buttload of damage in a turn? I guess so. Here comes a buttload of damage. Squeeze. Oh, okay. It's sort of a buttload of damage, but it will do. I don't think I want to campaign him here. Right? Sunfall. Back that up with the Final Showdown a turn after. I could not play anything, but then what do? Memory Deluge. He goes big. And I can't stop any of his creatures. I don't know if that's really necessarily a good plan. Do I want to tap out? Alright, that's the question. Do I want to tap out here? If I don't play anything, I do gain a life, and I get to cycle a card. Now let's try it to play safe. I think against red, I need to try to preserve as much life and get rid of. I mean, I Sunfall the Scree, right? That's pretty useful. Alright, there's 2 slick shots. I don't know. Why didn't you play your freaking creatures? I'm so confused. Alright, do I decline this? No, let's draw. Let's not show him that I have all the cards I need. Ooh, Wandering Emperor. That's even better. Okay, so I don't have to play anything for a while. He could double plot. He could do all those things. And then the Showdown will get him. Fugitive. Cool. Yeah, if he doesn't do anything at all, the showdown will get him. Come on, red. Warrior ... Not much of a warrior if you suck at playing red. This is like the easiest deck to pilot. I don't know. Maybe Boros is easier. What I do know is our opponent likes to rope. What? Did he play a Codebreaker and not attack me? Why did you play a Codebreaker there, buddy? Alright, well, we'll get lost. Do we get a Jace? I won't be able to showdown if I get a Jace, right? So, maybe just another Emperor? Maybe another campaign. Ooh. I don't know. I mean, Emperor gains life. It's pretty important with this. No. Let's go to my turn. Pretend I have a counterspell. No, I actually do have a counterspell. Hardcast Slick Shot. Not Hardcast Slick Shot. Not Hardcast Slick Shot. Ruckus on. What's Ruckus on? The Fugitive Codebreaker? Hey, what would happen if all of your creatures went away? I wonder. What if I have an instant speed removal? Oh, goodbye. I'm sorry you play a terrible deck and you're bad at it. Alright, our opponent is Sabertooth. Opponent goes first. Sure. Kind of wonky hand, huh? Concealed Courtyard, Deserted Beach, Mirix. So we Deserted Beach turn 1. See how aggro they are. Again, I always say hi, and I forget that they're still on mulligan. It's weird. I'm gonna see anything. Their dragons are asleep, and so am I. So am I. Come on, Jesus. Mountain. Yeah, you need a mulligan for all that. Now he's gonna tank forever before he plays the Swiss Sphere. Who needs to be good when you got a Swiss Sphere, right? Sure. I don't need double black. And I do have double white right now. Dude, that was like... This is turn 2. Slow down. Jesus. I don't know what's going on here, but he's got a lot of shit going on. That's a 2-3. We can get that lost. I don't think it's a mechanized warfare deck. I don't know why it says submit 1. I'm not on full control, am I? Plots? Of course he plots. Everybody plots. You can have those map tokens. Slick Shot. Uses the map. Gotta let him use the map, right? Does he want to come on? I guess he does. Slick Shots again. This is a play with fire. I'm going on 8. Let's come on, I'm going on 7. pretty painful. Maybe I should have Mirrors there. But I'm not activating the Mirrors no matter what, so. Was he afraid of a counter spell that I'm gonna use on play with fire? Like what was that about? To the bottom, okay. Genius play right there. So campaign, Eiganjo. Seems about right. I have a cut down now, but I still want to hold up my Wandering Emperor. Nevertheless. Campaign does gain me alive, but with the Kumano, like activation here, I don't want to just die to some random damage. Because if he plays a 2-2, it'll be a 3-3, and I can't cut it down. Okay, that's real good, but I still need an extra mana. So I have 2 white, or yeah, white blue, and then I have 2 white for Emperor. So that should be good enough for at least this turn. Kumano will be live next turn, so I will have to Emperor it. And then whatever else comes in, I'll have to do something about that. Blazing Crescendo. Oh, that's the case. I gotta kill this right now. Before it gets a free draw. No Crescendo for you. 1 mana. Okay. At 19-7, just gonna quit. Loser. Alright, our opponent is Optimus Z. I don't know. There's a Z in there somewhere. You go first. Lots of removal. Going first. This is definitely not a Boros or Red deck. Don't get that kind of lucky. But I will Concealed Courtyard first, right? There's no turn 2 play that really wrecks my plan, is there? No, actually, you know what? I will play Deserted Beach? No. Shipwreck Marsh? Shipwreck Marsh. I don't know. If I draw was that No More Lies, I probably will just play Otawara after Concealed Courtyard. So I still think I play Concealed Courtyard turn 1. Say hi. Be courteous, even if our opponent is a terrible player. And he is. Just kill him with fire when you can. Alright, that is not a No More Lies, so we'll wait like 5 or 10 turns. He's playing off 1 land. Cool. He is playing off 1 land. Do we Eiganjo one of them just because we can? I take 3, and take 3 more. Then I Sunfall. Do I need the Eiganjo? The 6 mana. Just take one of them out. Yeah, right? Just take one of them out, it's fine. We got Mirix, we got Wandering Emperor alive. Opponent plays off 1 land, think he's gonna get places. He's probably hoping to get through with the 9 Errand. Little does he know. We got ways to stop his plan.
Anyone who harms my people must contend. We must protect the people.
Oh man, there goes your board. Goodbye. You terrible player keeping 1 land. So okay, let's look at his plan, right? Let's go to, can I view? There you go. Alright, his plan was to Novice Inspector turn 1, and then Gleeful Demolition turn 2. Then he would have to, hopefully draw a land, and turn 2 he will build a 9 Errand me. Unfortunately, I'm a better player than he is. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how did you feel? I personally felt like this deck is very fun to play. Unfortunately, in today's metagame, everyone is aggro, aggro, aggro all the way, non-stop. It's just every game I've fought against was Boros and Mono Red, and then some games one game I fought that was blue. No, it was black and white, the Amalia life gain deck, right? So it's just aggro all the way, and that means we can tech this deck slightly differently. Farewell can go. It's fine. We don't need it. Devious Cover-Up probably can go. We don't need to recycle our entire deck. What we do need is more, early game removal, or, 2 more. Instead of temporary lockdown, maybe we can also have 2 Path of Peril. That would be pretty good, right? And then the whole deck will work the same way, right? If we need to keep to the theme of no more than 2 offs in any card other than lands, we can definitely cut these the Farewell off, the Devious Cover-Up off, and just have more removal. That's definitely needed. We're not missing on card draws too much. J3 Awaken get us the loot that we need, and Memory Deluge get us the card draw we need going to the mid to late game. So all we need is to survive to then, and that means we need a lot more removal and a little bit of life gain. Actually, I think we can actually cut a Farewell and maybe get a Virtue. That might be useful. And it's really not much of a change, right? You just gotta, if you want to play this deck, you just gotta hope that you have the right draws against aggro. This deck does have a lot of removal. You do have right draws against aggro, but that's not gonna be every game. And against aggro, they're gonna blow you out in some of those games. Turn 1, turn 2, they'll have 14 damage already. That happens a lot. So be wary of that and try not to tap out. Hold up these removals. They're gonna be useful. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.